Okay, so now let's discuss about the CI/CD pipeline prerequisites to enable the entire this flow. So I have brought the few prerequisites to follow it, and if you have these all prerequisites, you can easily enable a CI/CD pipeline. The first one is a GitLab account. So you are going to use GitLab for source code management and the CI/CD. And the second one is you should have a source code instead of a GitLab. In the source code, you should have a stack code. If you're using Java, if you're using Python, so you should have a stack code related to that. And you should have a Docker file since you are containerizing your application. So you should have a Docker file, and you should have a Kubernetes manifest file that where you can get replicate those Kubernetes files into your Kubernetes cluster, and accordingly you are going to create the number of pods as per your desired values, and Kubernetes is going to take care about everything. And the next one is you should have a GitLab runner configured. If it can be a single runner, it can be group runner based on your project and project requirement. But in this session, we are going to use a single runner. So you should have a GitLab runner configuration, and it should be registered with your account. And the next one is AWS account for runner. So since you are going to register your GitLab runner, so you should have one VM or so that's why we are going to take the virtual machine on AWS. So you can go to the AWS or Azure or GCP anywhere. So you just have to have one server, and we can configure that server into your GitLab. And here we are going to take the Ubuntu as a flavor of Linux for adding the runner. And the next one is a basic understanding of .gitlab CI file. So you should have to have like basic understanding how the variables and stages and jobs get configured and get attached and get depends on each one of jobs. And the next one is SonarQube cloud account. Since we are going to use a SonarQube for code quality and code coverage, so you should have to have that account, and you should have to have Sonar Scanner installed on your runner. And Semgrep for SAST, static application security testing. So you should have to have installed this Semgrep on your runner. And Trivy for scanning your third-party vulnerabilities and image vulnerabilities. So we have to install that on our GitLab runner. And ClamAV for scanning the vulnerability, scanning the malwares and trojans and viruses. So we should have to install this tool on your GitLab runner. And Docker installation, it should be mandatory if you're going with the containerization. And you should have to have a Docker Hub account to push your images over there. And you should have a Kubernetes cluster created. So you can go with the AWS EKS or ACR AKS or GKE. So in my case, I'm going to take the Kubernetes cluster in Google Cloud. And you need to install Argo CD server on the K8 machine. You need to expose it to access it via CLI and UI. And this is how you can map all the Kubernetes cluster manifest files into your Kubernetes cluster from your source code management. And you need to install OWS API app for data scanning to scan your source code. So this installation has to happen on your GitLab right now. So these are the basic prerequisites to initialize and successfully run your CI/CD pipeline on this series. So if you still have any doubts, I request you to drop your comments in comment section.